All right.
Okay.
You first?
Last time?
Okay, go for
Hey
it.
everyone, welcome to episode 2 of our podcast. Sorry, everybody making mistakes. Yes, today I'm Aylin, Kevin, Andres, and Crystal. We're back for another episode.
We have a very interesting one today. We're gonna go very random today. Very, very random. So pretty much we're gonna talk about what's scarier, deep space or the deep ocean, because it's trippy if you look at YouTube videos and like all the facts and stuff. It kind of like messes with your mind a little bit.
It's funny because we've explored more of space than we have on our own Earth.
Only 5% of the ocean
The-
has been
Yeah,
fully.
exactly. And the ocean's only 7 miles deep.
I thought it was more, honestly.
That was
No, it's
more.
literally
miles.
it's
No,
literally
7.
only
not
7
7
miles.
miles.
It's
I
7 miles.
I swear, search it up and it will say the centimeters and it will say the inches. But if you were to like
How
search it
many
up in miles,
miles?
it's literally
How many
the
miles deep is
deepest
the
part of the
ocean?
ocean is only 7 miles deep.
I think you're wrong.
2.3 miles.
So the
Search up
deepest. Well, I saw a YouTube where the deepest part
How
of the
many
ocean is
miles
like
is the
higher
deepest
than
part of
Mount
the ocean?
Everest, but backwards. And Mount Everest is not 7 miles.
I'm pretty
Mount
sure it might be.
Everest
7
is-
miles is pretty far if you think about it.
7 miles.
see, 7 miles.
Look, Crystal
How
just
big
searched it up.
is 7 miles?
What does it say in
I
the
mean-
bottom?
How big is
Okay,
7
if
miles?
7 miles is from my house to probably Hollywood. That's pretty far. That's about like
The
maybe
average
45
ocean
minutes.
depth is 3.7 kilometers.
So
And, like,
2.3
from
miles.
my house to Universal Studios is 5.1 miles.
So it's a little more than that.
yeah. So think
That
about
is-
it that way.
That is pretty deep. Not gonna lie.
So, but like
Wait.
if you think about it, you're like you've driven that much before. You've driven like in the streets 7 miles, and yet we don't know that much part of our ocean.
But that's because of the pressure, too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, it's like all the water just like tons
But
and tons of
do you
water.
think
like,
do you think maybe there's a part of it that like they're kind of they know some things already, like they've seen some stuff down there, and they're like, I ain't going back.
you know
No,
that
for
NASA used
sure.
to. You know that NASA used to explore the water. Used to explore the oceans. I mean,
I told you that.
I told you that. Stop
I
lying.
told you that. I
Okay,
literally said this last week.
No, you didn't.
But there's I don't know if it's like a fact or like a
It's been going around.
those like hidden kind of like things from the government, that NASA was originally meant to explore the ocean, but someone found something that then made NASA want to go on and explore space. Because
Instead?
think
Yeah.
about it. We know so much more about what's outside of our planet than we do
Of our own planet.
our own home.
Exactly. That's
That
why we
is
did.
insane.
That's why, like,
And
if you
we're
think
still
about it,
more about the freaking government just said that. Oh yeah, we do. We have aliens. We're just hanging out. Like what?
We're just hanging out.
That's, like,
yeah,
that's
they said it's so
insane, but
chill
nobody
because
can explore the freaking ocean. If you can see, if you have the technology to be able to see in other galaxies or see what the universe looks outside or be able to see all those other galaxies around ours, then you should be able to go a few, feet under the water.
7 miles.
How many miles?
7 miles deep. But it's
7
funny.
miles.
It's funny. That's why, and I think that's why we every like if you think about it, every like couple of months or weeks or years, whatever, so you see in the news that there's another freaking weird looking animal. And I'm like, how the fuck do we not know this shit? Like, we literally live in the same fucking like. You live across the street from me. I didn't know you were there. Like, what the fuck? But yet, when it comes to the space, yeah, we know we know the idea of aliens. We know that they could be life out there, but we don't know what's going on our own planet. Like, that's kind of creepy.
Those animals are trippy because it's like pitch black down there, and then they're like blind, and then
No, they all kind of have like their own lights though.
not all
Like
of
the
them.
anglerfish, like they all
Oh,
have.
yeah, yeah.
They have like a little like headlamp.
Like
type
Finding
of thing.
Nemo.
Yeah, like it has a little thing
I
on
was gonna
top.
say,
I don't know.
And then
It's
like
scary.
don't
though.
like giant squid live down there too.
What's that thing
like the
called?
giant squid.
megalodon.
The kraken. The
The
kraken.
megalodon.
Supposedly,
Yes.
and then
That's a shark.
squid have like 8
Supposedly.
brains and 2 hearts. That's crazy.
That's disgusting.
It's squids.
It's weird. Yeah.
That is weird.
How's that even
I
happen
don't
in
know.
the first place?
You guys
Wait? How
had
does
calamari
how-
before?
no?
Wait,
It's really good if you have it with some. What's that marinara sauce?
Marinara?
Marinara.
Marinara.
From
Yeah,
what? Korean
not
barbecue?
Marinara. No, like fried calamari.
I don't like squid. That's disgusting.
I love squid. I
Squid.
when I had squid on a stick. It was really good.
I'm gonna give you a pet
Like a
squid
corn
and then
dog?
tell you to cook it.
Mm-mm.
It was. I think it was teriyaki flavored.
Anyways, back to the subject of the ocean. But yeah, that's kind of creepy. Like, and I think maybe you're probably right. Like maybe is it the what did you say before?
With the pressure?
The pressure.
The
Sorry, I
pressure.
forgot the word. It could probably be the pressure of the ocean, which is why it kind of stops us a little bit. But think about it. We can't breathe on fucking space, and we've discovered so much equipment in order for us to go up to space, but yet we can't discover the equipment to, go on our own ocean.
But you know what? The recent incident with that, like the whole Titanic incident,
I was
the
gonna
reason
bring that
why
up.
it
I was gonna
happened,
say
the
that.
reason why it happened was because of the immense pressure, and it happened in less than a second too.
Yeah, but
Like it just
the equipment
automatically, like.
but if
Go
you
ahead.
think about it, the equipment that they have was not the best equipment either. For billions of dollars, that equipment sucks.
Was
That
it a
that was
controller
mentioned
like a Nintendo
Oh yeah,
64
and it
like
was
yeah, it
controller?
was a
yeah.
Nintendo. It was a
Off of like
Nintendo.
Amazon for like less than like 20
Exactly.
bucks, I
That's
think
what
it
I'm trying to
was.
say. Like that for being worth what it's worth, it was not. I don't think it was designed enough for it to be put under the ocean.
Mhm.
I mean, I was kind of reading into it. It said that what are they called, submersible, had already gone down like a couple of times prior to that time,
Oh, that's true.
and then they think
Yeah.
that kind of wore down by the fifth time. It kind of just, the pressure just kept adding up, and then the fifth time it kind of just like imploded. That's what they said, right? It imploded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it just.
It vanished. It might not vanish, but like you went down and then
Like when you like step on a can.
yeah, like that.
Yeah.
So those hours that they were like trying to get them and look for them, they were already gone.
They were already gone.
They were gone, long gone.
You guys
But I
ever
guess-
You guys ever wonder how all that water got there in the first place? How much water got on Earth in the first place?
Like how it started, like before,
Okay.
like the Big Bang, like after the Big Bang.
Nah. Do you
Yeah,
really think
because I
that's
mean,
true,
Earth
Crystal?
was just
Well,
a rock before.
If you think about it, we weren't even like, obviously since we weren't even there. Now we just have these theories of how it happened. So, but like we still don't know. Like, there's no one there telling us like, yeah, I was there. Like I saw it happen. Like, what happened?
It's not theories; it's science. Science is fact.
No, it's a theory.
Science is built on theories.
Yeah,
And the,
Science is fact.
that's how. That's
no,
half
it's
a
not.
science.
No,
It's
it's not.
theories.
Math and science are.
What's the
fact.
definition of a theory? I forgot what's the definition of a theory.
Educational guess, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so it's all, I think that is kind of like a guess. It's just like the closest thing they can get to actually like.
Yeah, like they put things to
Like being
they
for sure.
put two and two together and then they come up with the solution. But it does not necessarily like that exactly is what happened because again we weren't there.
Yeah, it's not
A
100%.
supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. A set of principles on which the practice of an activity is based.
I don't think you understood anything you just read, honestly. She read that
No.
and she looked more confused than she did before. Crystal, man.
Do you guys actually think?
What?
So you know how there's a lot of theories that the Apollo, the one that went to the moon, that was faked. You think that it was faked, or do
Yeah,
you think it was
100%.
real?
100%.
Wait, what do
I'm
you
a
think
flat
it's like,
earther.
Andres? Give me your reasons.
There's so many things, like the shadows don't add up. It looks like there's wind. There's like, you can see cables like.
So do
throughout
you
the whole
think
thing.
no one has ever been on Earth? I mean, on the moon?
Nah.
Since you think that is fake, do you think like everything that anyone that has gone on to Earth, I mean to the fucking moon since then has gone or not?
I don't think so, honestly.
Well, you guys, reminder, Andres is a flat earther.
Oh, that's true. That's for those of you that are watching and do not know. Yes, Andres does believe that the Earth is flat, and he also believes that pigeons ain't real.
I think there's surveillance
I don't
cameras.
know about that.
no
I
hate to
think
any
pigeons are surveillance
researchers
cameras,
out
honestly.
there, but
But
his
Crystal
ideas
literally
are
had
a
a
bit
friend.
far-reached.
Crystal literally had a friend who raised a pigeon. You trying to say she raised the
Oh yeah,
robot?
there was a girl I went to high school with that raised a pigeon since it was a baby. She brought it to school once, actually.
Yeah,
It was
that's
really
scary.
interesting.
But I, for one, do believe that they went up to space, because if they're able to go to Mars and they do have like a freaking little machine thing on Mars, what makes you think
Like
they
a
wouldn't go
rover.
up to for yeah? What makes you think they wouldn't go up to the moon? And the moon is a lot closer than it is towards Mars. Obviously, the moon is not as close as we think it is. I
Yeah.
feel like we think it's like next, like right here. I feel like this is the freaking Earth, and we think it's like right here, but in theory, it's like all the way like towards, I don't know how many miles apart.
I think I
But
read
if
it
you
said.
think if that's apart, imagine how far Mars is.
I
So
think
if
it said.
we're able to reach Mars, we're able to reach the moon, in my opinion.
Facts, Aylin, mic drop. That was a good one.
I think I read that it's like 238,000 miles away from Earth.
What, the moon?
Yeah, that's not close at all. That's very far.
That'll take you your whole walk.
Why would you walk?
What?
How would you?
How you come up with this stuff?
Just saying. How many miles is the Earth? Like a starting point to another starting point. Do you guys know?
No idea.
No, I have zero clue.
I know it's 1 quadrillion 3 miles. Nah, I'm just kidding.
What
I made
quintillion?
that up.
That sounded so wrong.
I'm just kidding. Let's look that up. So.
Why do you think we haven't visited the moon again, though? I've read that
I
the
told you because
reason.
it's fake.
I mean,
No, it's
that
just
is.
like money-wise, it's just too expensive. To
But
go.
wouldn't like
It is expensive, because like think about it, like they
do.
do have these surveys a couple of years, like, and I remember I did this survey not that long ago where it asked, would you be willing to put taxes towards people going up to the up to the moon? And most of the surveys, like at least like a good percentage of it, said no, because I ain't trying to waste I personally wouldn't want to waste my taxes on someone going to see another fucking planet when we have shit going on here. That's my opinion. So I think that's the reason why we haven't gone to the moon again, because we don't have the income for it to come. Like again, this fucking planet, I mean this fucking whatever we're fucking living is we're in debt. We're in major debt.
And we're boiling.
Exactly.
I was gonna say much forgot. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I do agree with that, but at the same time, it's like technology has advanced a lot since. I mean, when we went like the 1940s, 1960s, no, around there, where like the computers were like blocks, and then look at the computers now. It should be like, why hasn't technology made it easier to go up?
I don't think it's that. I necessarily don't think it's because it hasn't been made it easier. I think it literally just has to do with the income. Because back then, if you think about it, we already knew who was going to be poor and we already knew who was going to be rich. Like that was already a known fact. Now, like, I mean, I guess it's still like a question of who's going to be rich, who's going to be not. But the money is not being separated between two groups, or like, I guess you could say races anymore.
And it's not only that, it's because of past generations that we are so poor now.
Exactly.
It's because
they literally
of unreasonable
wasted their money on, I guess stuff like that.
Literally like in a freaking hole because of them. I was trying not to say a bad word.
But I do believe we focus a lot less on our own planet than we do on like other shit, like going up to space and stuff. Like I feel like our least worries, where it should be the main priority, is our own planet.
Well, I mean, at the same time, like I think the key to survival for humans is also like finding the technology to like fly to other planets, just because we're using our resources on this planet like really quick, and at one point,
it's not that we're necessarily using our resources. It's given. That's what Mother Earth gives us.
It's because we're trying to produce more. Yeah, we're trying to produce more than what it can give.
That's what we're doing.
Because of money, in my opinion. Like I feel like a lot of it has to do with a lot with money. Like that's why certain things aren't going certain ways, because we don't have the income, or we're putting our income towards something else. Like we're just trying to make fast money fast. That's it.
Like
we're not focusing on what. I'm sorry, go.
Like why aren't we Star Wars yet? Like why can't I just travel light speed to another planet?
No, and that's like another thing. Like if you look back at videos from like the 50s and the 80s or anything, by the time it was already 2020, they imagined us like in flying cars and living like the Jetsons, you know? And
that's a bad idea, man.
It's just
people can't even drive on the flat road.
Maybe that was the idea for us to be like that, but again, it had to do with. I feel like it was only going to be the people who had the money that was going to live in that situation, and the people that were poor were not. Like, I don't know if you guys seen Wall-E.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I feel like I, in my opinion, I honestly believe that they left all the poor on Earth for them to die, and they took all the rich to space to live out there. In my opinion, that's what I believe.
Yeah,
that's probably what happened.
You took a nice Disney story to the dark side.
Hey, that was a dark movie.
That was a very dark movie.
Wall-E was dark, honestly.
No, in my opinion, I feel like obviously it's not gonna fucking tell us that, but if we put it into perspectives and reality, I feel like that is something that could happen. Like if the planet did die, and if we had to go and live in space, they're only gonna choose the rich in the end.
That's true.
So also, I think they already did that simulation with those people, those volunteers that are going to spend a year in like a simulation pod to see what life would be like on Mars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Go Is back that a real thing? Let me explain it. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it happened like I think the beginning of the month or last.
Because they thought that the Titanic wasn't enough. They thought they believed that Mars would be better.
I mean, supposedly there's like something frozen in water there, and then that could be like that
in Mars.
There could have been life at one point.
There was water on Mars.
But again, I
did read that too. Yeah.
This goes back to the question. We're like, how do we know what's in Mars? Like, why the fuck are we caring so much about what's in Mars when we don't why can't we focus on trying to save our current planet?
Like obviously it comes with the idea, or like the idea that there's something like bigger than us, that there's so much bigger out there. But I think it also has to do with like fear of what one might find, which like relates to everything in life, whether what it is that we believe in or don't believe in, based on fear, based on love, based on whatever it is, it's just that sort of like idea, and that's what takes people away from wanting to know more.
I feel like it kind of goes back to have you ever bought something from like a store, and then after like a couple of let's say you buy a t-shirt, okay, and you use it like a couple of times, and after 2 years you're just like, I don't really want this shirt anymore, so you throw it away. I feel like that's the problem that humans have in general, and that's what we end up using towards our planet as well. Like we've used all of this, but because it doesn't look the same as it did in the beginning, we don't want it anymore. Let's go find something better.
That's true.
That is true.
I like space though. You know what kind of trips me out though? Like how, there's like maps of like the Milky Way and like all these galaxies. It's like, how do we know the Milky Way looks like that if we can't look from the outside, if we're just looking from the inside in?
Oh, I believe some went. I believe that we have strong enough equipment to have gone there and seen like what is there
outside of the Milky Way.
Not outside, maybe not outside, but and able maybe like a machine or something. I don't know. Like
we do have a telescope, but it hasn't even gotten close to the end of the Milky Way.
Yeah, I think it's all like computer generated. Honestly, I feel like it's all
maybe. Yeah. Probably.
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird because that idea has to come from something, Like everything that we have, like the idea of mermaids, the idea of unicorns, it all has to have come from something. Like there had to have been something that had looked like that in the past, whether maybe it wasn't the Milky Way, maybe it was something else that they saw on the fucking universe, and they thought it was the Milky Way in the beginning, and then they found out that it wasn't. I don't know. but I feel like something. I just feel like it has to come from somewhere. I just feel like it has to come from something. Like it's not like we just thought like, hey, I think the Milky Way looks like this, and then I'm gonna fucking draw it, and then that's it. Like I feel like the idea had to came from something.
So the next question
I
is.
think this goes back to like Egyptian times because there's like known artifacts that show drawing like depictions of like things out there, or things that they might have seen here on Earth at a time, which can also, if we knew what that information was exactly, would explain like how the pyramids were built, or how all these statues were built, or how there's underground like cities and stuff like that.
Aliens built the pyramids.
I believe
Aliens
they
built
did.
the pyramids.
Yeah. I mean, now that we know that aliens
100%.
exist, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
It's not just now that we know. We've always known.
Well, we've always had the idea.
They just
like, the
never wanted to say anything.
We always had the idea of some other life being up there. Obviously, we didn't know how they look, but we came up with different conclusions of how it might have looked. And I think it could have been because someone that did go to space stumbled upon one.
But you know what's crazy is that there was this guy, I think it was like in the 50s. I think he was flying over like the Bermuda Triangle. I don't know what part of Earth he was flying over, but he said that he saw this big hole like on the Earth that and he said that he that hole and found like a whole civilization within Earth. And then not long after that, he died. Muerto.
Damn.
Yeah, they're gonna try to hide evidence.
Damn, we're gonna die next, guys. We're dying next, guys.
Well, we haven't discovered crap. I think we're fine. I don't think we have to worry about it.
Was it gonna be your question, Kevin?
What was my question?
I don't know.
We're gonna say something.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. Obviously, do you guys actually believe in aliens? Like for sure.
Yes.
Well, they already have said that they're real.
I mean, I could have said that, but not everyone believes it.
In my opinion, I've always said, like, obviously, I don't know if we have that same. I don't know if I believe in aliens, like, the big head, with long arms, ET type of looking. I don't know if I believe in that type of look, but I do believe that there is life on other planets.
Yeah,
I do 100% believe that. I don't know if they look like us. I don't know if they kind of look like us and maybe have like, like maybe one hand bigger or something, or like a bigger head probably, or maybe they have some similarities towards us. And I don't know, maybe that would change the kind of the idea of maybe how our planet was made.
But what's funny is that, like you just said, how we all feel like, honestly, you just have to be very small-minded if you think that we're really the only thing out.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Like that's something. There's like 100% other life. Either in this, if it's not in this universe, it's in another universe. But there's 100% other life.
Here's how I see it. If we can see like cockroaches living, if you think cockroaches can exist but freaking other things on the planet, that it just doesn't make any sense to me. But you mentioned how you don't think that they look like the way that they do on TV and everything, the big head, big eyes. But what if to them that's what we look like?
That's what I was trying to say.
Like, disgusting beings. Like, what if on their team, it's us?
It's
like,
us.
It's freaking looking, yeah.
Like that. There's a movie, especially a little cartoon movie that it was switched up.
Really?
Where I think it was Dwayne Johnson that was playing the fucking spaceman, and he ended up on a different planet, put the flag down there, and then he ended up realizing there's aliens, and those aliens are like, "I'm not the alien, you're the alien." But but no, in my opinion, I feel like they might look like us. They might look somewhat like us, not exactly like us, because I wouldn't want to believe that like we're the only creatures that look like this.
At least something similar.
There's monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something similar. Like if you think about it, like for example, when it comes to
monkeys,
monkeys are the closest.
Well, that's true. But like when it comes to dinosaurs and and everything, or like elephants, for example, you see how it used to look back then and how over time it evolved to something else. I feel like it's something similar towards humans and other planets as well.
Well, you guys know that the whale was once a land creature, right?
Yeah, exactly. It walked
Yeah.
on it walked on
It
feet.
walked on 4 legs. And now, or I don't know how it walked. I
I
didn't
don't
see
think
it.
people
But
realize how
now
old
it's
the
in the
Earth
ocean.
is.
How old is
I
the
don't
Earth?
think it's
A lot of
super
years.
old. That's like billions of years old now.
Is that 2023 years
I know.
old?
I was gonna say like I thought it was like 2,000 years.
Oh no.
This is like an idea we came up when we started actually tracking time.
And those are millions
Well,
of years of like what you call it?
of things that we didn't even see
Yeah.
or like know about or still hadn't even discovered. And again, it probably has to do again why we maybe that's why we don't even want to go to so deep in the ocean. Maybe there is still life from back then that still lived on there. We don't even
Do you
know.
guys have like a favorite, like an idea of like the ways of like how old the Earth is, or like your idea of time? Like, do you have like a good like example of like what your idea of time like a
What do you mean?
you
I'm
can
not understanding your
explain it.
question.
So, wait, like
Yeah.
this one for example, the fact that Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the time that dinosaurs roamed the earth.
That's a good one.
Oh, like for
That's a
example,
really good one.
like how Anne Frank isn't the same age as wait, how was Anne Frank?
Where are you going with this?
Anne Frank lived.
Yeah, that was.
Wait, think about it. Think about it.
Hold
Think
up.
about it.
Say it
Think
again.
about it. Our great grandma, Andres's grandma, lived the same time as
Oh
Anne
no,
Frank.
that's exactly true. But I know there's another celebrity that they're like exactly the same age. Oh, it was whatchamacallit, the one she just passed away not that
The
long
Queen
ago.
Elizabeth?
No,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
sweet old lady. She came out in movies. She's an actor.
Betty White.
Betty White.
Betty
Yeah.
White. Yes, exactly.
I love Betty White.
I think I remember reading that she was the same age as
Oh, and
Martin
Frank.
Luther King and
Wait,
Anne
for real?
Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
believe like if I remember reading it correctly, don't quote me on that. But if I remember correctly, I do remember
That's
reading that. So
crazy.
like that kind of trips you out too because you're like, that's not even that old. Like it's
Wait, side
old,
note,
but it
side
wasn't
note.
even that long.
Side note for the audience: don't quote us on anything.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we have zero clue what
No,
we're
we
talking
got.
about, honestly. Could be
Some of the
horribly
facts-
wrong about everything.
some of the facts, I mean, some of the information that we are popping out with is things that we have heard and seen on other podcasts or like seen on other YouTube videos. But again, they didn't want to be quoted. We don't want to be quoted either. But these are just our theories and our ideas. So for everyone watching, just make sure you do know that, and it's probably gonna get you guys thinking too, like wanting to know more. But the idea of like how deep the ocean is and how far the Earth is, I mean the moon is, that is for sure true. Those are facts. And about the like some of the things we're saying, but not everything.
Wait, have you guys heard about the fact that they're close to the discovery of the lost tomb of Cleopatra?
No, they are.
Yeah. But so it was like this, I think it was like a woman archaeologist, I think that's what the profession is, that she found like these hidden tunnels, and underneath those tunnels is like she couldn't go in because she didn't have like a permit to do it, but it's like once a year that she's allowed to. So I think it's like this November that she will get the permit to be able to go down there and
Like, for
discover
sure?
what's in those tombs.
I'll be
Yeah.
kind of scared, honestly.
Yeah.
I probably feel like I wouldn't want to go.
But then here comes the conspiracy theory on Cleopatra's tomb, because apparently, so the legend says, that prior to her death, she said that no man would ever find her lost tomb. Who is the one closest to discovering it? A woman.
So you're trying to say that maybe only a woman can find it?
Yeah.
You think it was
I think she probably meant like men, like in general, like
No, she
like
said
humans.
Man.
I was just saying, like usually people say men in general, like men won't find it, but it's like
Hombres.
won't find it.
Yeah.
I was just saying that's kind of like what I see.
Dudes.
I feel like we're really off topic on this.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean,
we
back
really
to
for the last like
subject.
10 minutes, I was like, wait, what are we even talking about right now?
Honestly, me. There's so many things going on in my mind right now, and I'm sleepy. What you were saying?
Okay, yeah, same.
Whatchamacallit? I kind of
Whatchamacallit?
that's our word.
I like that.
Whatchamacallit?
That's a candy.
Is it
It's a
really?
candy
Whatchamacallit?
bar. Oh, whatchamacallit. Remember Aylin Norma told us about it?
Oh
The
yeah.
whatchamacallit. We didn't know that was a thing.
No, it's
I
like
think she
what?
was like, I want a whatchamacallit. I'm like,
What,
what do
what
you
is
call
it?
it? She's
We're
like,
waiting
no,
for
a
an answer,
whatchamacallit. I'm like, what are you talking about?
and then we found out it was
Like the
candy.
candy bar.
I think she even sold it to us, so she brought it to us too.
Yeah, she did.
I don't remember, but back to the subject of space and the ocean.
You think time travel?
Uh,
Wait, do you guys think time travel is possible? Because
Yes.
Oh, I 100% believe it's possible. Because
100%. Yeah.
why do you think they? I feel like these movies were made because of time travel. And I'm just gonna bring this thing up: The Simpsons.
No,
Hey,
That
the
shit
Simpsons
is
have a lot.
too trippy of how accurate it really is.
it's not just accurate. It's like specific. It's
Yeah,
there.
it's weirdly
Yeah,
It's
specific.
happened.
it goes
and it's
like
happening.
I know it, and it doesn't. The only difference it has is that it won't give out the. Sometimes it won't give out the same exact year, but it'll still be the same situation that's going on now.
Yeah. It's like if you're really like into just the perspective of the Simpsons, it's like we are living just based on a Simpsons timeline. It's already
It literally is.
pre-existing. It's
So wouldn't
already
that make it
known.
like a simulation?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
what happens when it ends?
It's
That's.
game over. Bye.
I mean, and I guess you could think about it this way: like, why hasn't The Simpsons ended yet?
For reals, it's been on too long.
Hey, that's
Exactly.
good.
It's been on for a very long time, and most of the situations going on there, I'm like, well, how the fuck do you know all of this already? I think it still has more to say. Obviously, I don't know, how they know this, but I feel like they has way more to say, and we're gonna soon discover stuff that we are witnessing on the TV show,
That's
and
crazy.
it'll like surprise us.
That's kind of scary, though, honestly.
This is why I believe that like our planet in general is probably a lot scarier than anywhere else. Like I know and I think that's why we're not scared to like discover something else, because the little bit that we've already known here kind of already tripped us out, compared to not knowing what's out there won't scare us yet. Because I feel like the fact of knowing something, knowing something that's gonna happen is what scares you the most.
Yeah, because you're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're
You're
just
just
waiting
like,
for it
oh,
to happen. You already know it's gonna happen, so now you're just waiting. You're like, fuck, like now I'm just gonna wait and wait. Compared to like looking for something and going discovering it, you don't know where you're gonna find. You could find even something good, or you could find something bad, but you won't know until you find out. Compared to something you already are expecting.
are you talking about like exploring space or?
Like I feel like that's why we like don't just want to like look more into our own planet. I feel like we're a little scared for to see. I feel like we're a little scared because we've already seen so much that has scared us already, and to find out something else and we're not even that far away from it is what trips us out.
The
Compared to
idea
like
of
going to a
something
different,
new out there is so exciting. The
yeah,
idea of something new where you're at is
it's what's
terrifying
scary because
because
you
this
can't
is
get
what
away
you're
from it.
supposed to know. But yeah, but
But isn't
ultimately
that
you're
like a wrong
stuck
mindset
here.
though? Shouldn't you kind of think like, oh, I'm already here, I'm gonna try to fix it here instead of like, let me just
But the
try to
thing is
get
that if
away
it's
and find
already
something else?
existing, what is it that we can do?
There's nothing you can do.
Okay, but what are
It's
you gonna do if you
it's
go
like
somewhere else?
it's like this. It's like let's say you move into like to a building, and they already tell you, hey, like this building's gonna have plumbing issues, water
Mhm.
issues, etc. Like it's gonna have all these issues. You already know what it's gonna have, so now you're like, fuck, I don't know if I want to live there because I already know it's gonna have these issues. Like I don't know if I want to live there. Like that. Like I was like, but the rent is good. Like that's the only thing that's keeping you there because the rent. But you go to this other place and the price is very high, but they don't tell you any information of it. They don't tell
Isn't
you
that
like,
scarier though?
hey, huh? No,
Isn't that
because you're
scarier?
like, hey, because now you have this idea of like, because it's worth more, it should be better.
Okay, but what if you show up and it's worse?
And what if you show up and it's better? You
It's a
won't
risk
know
though,
until
right?
you. The thing is that you don't know if it's there because it's easily for you to get out of it.
You mentioned Mars, right? You just said
Mhm.
that, Andres. The
No, it
thing
was
with
Aylin.
I thought it was Andres. I don't know why. The thing with that, the difference is that with these simulations, it's actually something that can be controlled. And that's why it's just a simulation now. They're trying to determine what life could be like. And ultimately, with the way that the technology is either in that simulation or what is going to be put out there, it's something that we can control here prior to actually living there. Whereas this place is already determined. It was determined before we were even brought here. Before we
Exactly. So
were
we don't
made.
know.
So there's nothing that we can actually do to try and change what is to come. Not saying that we shouldn't try to
Like fix
take
the
care of
earth
our
and clean
planet because
it.
we should be clean, recycle. Don't use plastic straws, you guys.
Hey, those paper ones look suck though.
Why do you need a
You know what
straw? Why do
else
you need a
sucks?
straw
You know
though?
what else
Why do
sucks?
you need a straw?
You know what else sucks?
It's just
Turtles dying because you don't like straws in your mouth.
I was just saying, like, let's be
Or you
honest. Like,
could just,
if I
or you
have
could
a
just drink out of
plastic
the cup.
straw or a paper straw, I'm gonna pick the plastic straw because the
Or
paper
you could
straw
just
look
drink
be
out of the cup.
like getting a little muggy.
Well, you know
Or you
what,
could just drink out of
Andres?
the cup.
When the planet is dying and we're on the last day, I'm gonna blame you, and so should everybody
I
else.
haven't done anything.
But it's gonna
No,
be
but
always.
but in my opinion, I feel like the idea of knowing you're next to something that could be scary or life threatening is what scares us the most. So we rather not know. So have you guys heard that song from the weekend? Um
Probably.
huh? It's the weekend and 21 Savage. Crystal, you know
Which one?
the one
Creeping?
that yes,
The one that
okay.
Jared
So
was
you know
about.
if you yes, you know he says like if you're creeping, please don't let me know because you know he'd rather not know instead of getting his heart broken.
That's
I think
Earth
that's
and
kind of
us.
that's literally Earth in us if you think about it.
Like if you're
Like
gonna
we rather
No.
impose
we
something,
rather
I'd
yeah,
rather
like
let it happen.
we rather just not know and you know keep it on the low until it you know finally explodes compared to like finding out and be like fuck like I live here. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing for me to change it. Like, now I'm like, now you're just, I'm scared for your life.
I also feel
Yeah,
like
I completely disagree on that. Honestly,
You
I'd
can agree
rather
to
just
disagree.
like I just rather know. Like, at least I know what I'm going up against.
Wait, Andres, do you believe in evolution?
Nah,
I knew it.
I just don't think. I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
You
believe in
don't
the
think we
Big
came from monkeys?
Bang. Nah, and
Where
I
do you think
probably
we
look
came
like
from?
one, but like I know I didn't come from like a monkey or shit.
But
Nah, I
evolution
don't believe in
isn't
evolution.
on the fact that we came from monkeys. It's
I
literally
know
based
that.
on everything.
I know
Everything that
that. Like
happened in this planet.
I've heard that like some birds we have today are like dinosaurs. Like they were
Yeah.
dinosaurs like millions of years ago. But like
You
I
know
don't know.
what? Do you really want to know what bird was a dinosaur?
No
the dodo
A
bear.
freaking chicken.
chicken. Yeah, that doesn't
Chickens.
make any sense to me.
Wait, chickens were
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs?
I've seen
Apparently.
Chickens are the like distant, millions of years distance
Cousin?
cousin of the dinosaur.
Well, I just had Chick-fil-A, so that was the best cousin I ever had.
I
That
mean,
was
you mean
probably a
dinosaur?
T-Rex.
Maybe best dinosaur ever.
But do you guys really believe in like that whole like Big Bang evolution stuff?
Well,
Yeah.
I believe in this.
they just
Why?
say like they just disproved the Big Bang that it wasn't real.
For real?
I read something like that
Wait, really?
scientists figured out that the Big Bang wasn't real, or at least the point.
How does that make any sense that the Big Bang wasn't real?
Okay, how does it make
Well,
sense?
How do you
this is
explain anything
Hold on,
starting? How do you explain
let
the
me ask
rocks
Krista
or the
something.
flowers on the
Let me
freaking
ask Krista
ground?
something. Krista, let me ask you
What?
something. How does the Big Bang make sense to you?
What do you mean?
Like how does it make sense to you?
I have not seen
Like you said
anything
you
where the
believe in
theory is wrong.
the do you think the Big Bang actually happened?
Yes, I believe that based on elements and everything, that something did happen, which that eruption caused planets and galaxies in the whole universe.
So you
But
think
then again,
randomly something just went bah,
but
and
then
then
again,
It's not
everything
just
just
randomly, it was like a whole like bundle. That's what the Big Bang was.
but again, we have
That
to remember
ultimately
also
was like
that
too
The Big
much,
Bang
and then
theory
it just
is just a theory. Again, it's not even. They do have enough evidence for it to prove that it could have happened, so that is for sure. But it's not. It hasn't been proven that it did happen.
I feel like we're all forgetting one big factor in all this.
Which is
That I don't want to get too religious, but like
No
that's where God
mames.
comes in. That's where God
No
comes in.
mames.
That's
No
where God
mames.
comes in. That's where God comes
But
in.
it's
Let's be
good thing.
honest.
No, okay,
Let's
no,
be
no.
Let's
Okay.
be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be
I'm
honest.
not trying to. I'm not gonna go into like religion or any of that. 'cause
Yeah, that's what I kind of
you
want to say. But like,
I don't know what people are watching, but this I am gonna bring this fact up. Pick this fact up is like this goes back to when I was saying like the idea of unicorns and the idea of mermaids had to come from something. I feel like when it comes to religion, it had to have come from something as well. Like even if like whether or not like I don't know what everyone believes in, but whether or not the situation is, whatever that idea had to have come from something. The same way the Big Bang theory had to have come from something. Like they're coming up with evidence, but again, it still hasn't been proven.
I think there's stuff in the universe that can never be fully explained. That
No,
they're
it's
beyond
true.
our comprehension that we could really understand.
It's literally out of our minds that
It's
we
too
can't.
advanced. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's been here for such a long time. We don't know. We like again, we still haven't discovered half like most of our Earth. We're finding it out little by little as we go by accident, and again, like I feel like it still scares us. I'm kind of scared to find out what it's out there.
I was looking at the sky. I was looking at the sky today. I was like, damn. Like we are in the perfect position between the sun and us where
that's what I'm saying. It's not a coincidence.
I mean,
I don't think that's a coincidence.
Wait, did you guys see
Think
the moon
about it.
yesterday?
Think about it.
What?
Did anyone see the moon yesterday?
No.
Okay, so the moon, I swear, it was really close. Like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there is some certain days that the moon is a lot closer to us, to the Earth, than it is other days.
Yeah, it's when the Earth is like orbiting, and then the Earth orbits like closer that one night.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like it's something going on there sometimes, a little too trippy. I would just be like, okay, like, and I know that like they're gonna come up saying like, oh yeah, but it's because of this blah blah blah. I don't know. I feel like there's something else going on there too.
And that's so scary. It's like we said that we want to control everything on Earth, but it's like we have very little control. We have very little. I mean, like look at freaking a hurricane that happened to us, and here in LA where it was like a rainstorm and then rainstorm and earthquake. Oh yeah, because earthquake is global warming.
It's shift.
But that's why I'm saying like it happened all in the same time, and then we can't control all that.
Kevin looked up like
I was like
he was like what? That was funny.
Hold on, let me take a picture.
What are you taking a picture of?
This is frozen.
I know. She looks funny.
Dude, what happened to her?
I don't know. Crystal, are you still there?
She took a picture.
Took a picture.
Someone take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of this.
It looks like she's posing.
She's still stuck there.
Crystal? Maybe I lost Crystal. Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, there she is.
There she is. What's she doing? I'm scared. What if Crystal's an alien?
You guys, you were frozen for a bit.
She's a reptilian.
That's how you got.
I think this is your Wi-Fi, Crystal.
Yeah, it's the
because we were able to see you. We're the only one that was frozen. Anyways, back to the subject. So, what are your guys' idea? What do you think is scarier, the Earth, or the ocean, or outer space?
I think outer space.
Wait, Kevin, go first. Slow down, guys. Slow down.
Wait, Kevin is frozen.
No, he's not.
I'm not frozen.
So is
Kevin. Go, Kevin.
I think
let me take a video. Okay, Aylin, talk.
Go, Kevin.
Kevin's been laughing.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
Look, hold on.
Go.
Kevin, what's so funny? I just sent it.
Hey, I have your picture too.
We're gonna.
I don't know what's happening.
All right, I don't know either. Okay.
She's just laughing.
Okay, Kevin. What do you think is scarier, the ocean or the outer space?
I think outer space, just because there's so many things that could kill us in 1 second from outer space.
The space.
Like,
I swear I cannot hear or see him.
Okay, Crystal. I mean, just ignore her.
Oh yeah, I just feel like outer space is more scary, just because like asteroids could come out of nowhere and just literally destroy everything on Earth, and like the sun could literally explode at any second. I mean, we have predictions it's gonna explode like in trillions of years, but like stuff like that, like it's that are completely out of our control. And then I was reading that there's an asteroid projected to hit us supposedly in 2030, 2045, around that range. And it's gonna hit the West Coast. Like, it's the size of the Rose Bowl supposedly, and it's gonna hit the West Coast, where it's pretty much gonna be like tsunami over tsunami, and it's gonna just flood all the West Coast, and it's gonna be gone forever.
So the movie 2020.
Yeah, and then we can't do anything about that. That's because that's in outer space.
That's true. Andres, what do you think is scarier, the ocean, or why do you say the ocean?
Because there's locals right here. Like, I'm sleeping next to these people. Like, I mean, like the ocean, you know.
What?
I'm like we're all like right next to like the ocean. Like, we've all like been to the beach, and we don't even know what's in there. Like, space. Like, I'm not gonna go to space. Like, I don't think it's gonna really affect me, like, personally, you know. But the ocean's like right there. Especially, I think you're the one that lives closest, right, Aylin?
Yeah, I live closest to the ocean currently. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like right next door to you, and like we really don't know too much about it. And like you guys have been saying, we know more about like Mars than our own ocean. So I just feel like
it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like ocean's scarier, to be honest.
Crystal, what are you scared of more, or like what do you think it's scarier, the ocean, or why do you say the ocean?
Well, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I'm actually I have this like phobia. It's called thalassophobia. It's like fear of large bodies of water, specifically like the ocean. And I don't even like going to the beach. Like, it's
did you get that fear when mom left you in the middle of the ocean?
Yes, by the way.
He left in the middle of the ocean? Wait, what?
That's why I had to bring that up. It's too funny.
We went to Hawaii like 4 years ago. And it's like, just for anybody watching, I don't know how to swim, like, at all. Like, if the only thing I can do is float on my back, not even standing up straight, because I'll. But my mom knows this. Nobody ever taught me how to swim ever in life, and I was eating the donuts, and I was sitting.
She was sitting there relaxing.
Yeah, I was right there, and my mom was like holding on to the floating. We were just having a conversation. I was not paying attention to the fact that she was pulling me closer and closer to like the deepest part of the ocean until I tried like going into like the hole of the donut to like kind of stand, and then like the ground was nowhere near my feet, nowhere near my feet. And then she's like, okay, bye. So she swam away. I was so scared. I had to ask a random lady if she could pull me to
land.
She could pull me to the land. And it's funny because when I asked her, she thought I was joking. I was like, excuse me. I'm so sorry to bother you. Can you help me? I was just like, what's wrong? I was like, I can't swim. Can you pull me like closer?
No, you said you can't swim when my mom left me here.
I did say that. Swim when my mom left me here. She's like, oh. She started like kind of giggling, and she's like, "Oh, are you serious?" And I was like, yeah. Like, if you leave me here, chances are I'll continue going and never stop. So I had this random lady pulling me from the floaty till I can start walking again. My mom is watching the whole thing laughing. That was so embarrassing. But yeah.
So the ocean, you're scared because of the phobia?
The ocean, I'm terrified.
What about with knowing all this information that we have said right now?
I'm still terrified about it. It doesn't matter. It's just the fact.
So the space isn't scary whatsoever?
Space doesn't necessarily scare me. Just because I already know that there's something. Mm-hmm. Well, I have the belief that there is something out there, that there's so much more than what we view as like our own life. It's basically like a little bubble that we're living in. That's how there's just so much more out there.
I'm sorry, these pictures.
Did you get the
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Wait.
Yep. We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
By the way, guys, we're closing in on an hour, by the way.
Yeah, I know, because I'm trying to make everyone finish.
Yeah, we're cool. It's just 30 minutes. Nice.
Why does she keep getting stuck?
She's frozen again.
Because of the Wi-Fi.
They've been frozen the whole time I've been talking. The whole time they've been talking, actually. But yeah, okay. It's the ocean is not my thing. Not that I'm scared of like showers or anything like that. You guys, I shower on the daily.
That's a whole different thing.
Oh God.
What about you, Aylin?
In my opinion, I do think that the ocean kind of scares me a little bit. Obviously, okay, I feel like when I was younger, the space always scared me. Space always scared me, but that's because we made so much movies and so many, I guess, like ideas of what's in space. But now that I'm getting older, I'm like, wait, so we already know about this, and that, but we don't know nothing about our freaking own planet or our own ocean. So that's what kind of scares me, because I'm like, I don't even know what to expect to come out from it. And I live here.
Yeah,
and
that's what
I'm super, super close. So I'm like, anything could happen, anything could come out. And yeah, like space still like kind of creeps me out a little bit. Like, but it's not like I decide to go to fucking space, tomorrow. Like I'm gonna drive my car over there. Like I can literally drive my car. I can drive my car to the beach, and anything can fucking come out of it. Or anything can happen there, like a fucking tsunami or something. Like I don't know what to expect from the ocean, and it kind of scares me that we don't know when we're not even that far from it. And the fact that most of our planet is mainly just water.
Yeah, isn't it like 70%?
Yeah, it's the fact that's what kind of scares me. It's like it's like about 70% of just pure water, but yet we don't know. We only know like what 5% of that.
Yeah.
That's what creeps me out the most compared to space. Like we already know, we fucking know what Mars is, but like, come on.
Mars is fake too. But that's a whole different discussion.
Okay, whatever you say.
That's a different discussion.
The fact that 70% of the Earth is water.
We already said that.
You did?
You're so lost.
I don't know. Everybody's frozen right now. You're the only one I'm talking to.
I just said that right now.
She literally just said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that comes with the conversation. It looks like most of us, at least in these four, are a lot more scared of the ocean than we are of space.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still scared of the ocean. I'm just also scared.
But
of
like
space.
You think the space is a little scarier.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah, I think space is scary as well, but ocean scares me a little bit more.
What scares me the most from space are black holes.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Black holes are like scary because that's just as much as unknown than as the ocean.
True.
Did you know there's also white holes? White holes?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think they're real?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, they can see them through telescopes.
But I think what scares me the most about the ocean is because, like you said, like it's the unknown, but we're so close to it that it can happen any minute.
Mm.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference why we're more scared of the ocean than space.
Yeah, like like I said, like our whole planet is just pure water, and we know so little about it.
Do any of you guys know how to swim? Because I can't swim.
Man, me neither.
No, none of us know how to swim.
Yeah, let's
None of us
go.
know how to swim?
Yeah. So if we are going floaties, just like Crystal, we're all done for.
Hey, Kelly, remember
We're
what
all
happened to us
done
last
for.
time?
Oh yeah.
Remember what happened to us?
so
And that was right at the
Dude.
shore.
So
We were at the shore.
So one time we went to the beach. It was me, Andres, our cousins, Mikey, Jimmy, Isaac, and then your brother was there too, right, Vicky?
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was there.
We were all playing on the ocean, and then it was like sunset. It was already sunset time. So there was the tides rise, as when nighttime falls. And then we had an idea. We're like, oh, we should all lay down and just hold hands or lock hands, and then let the waves hit us. Our dumbasses didn't see that. The waves were hitting, like we're kind of next to this big rocks. Mm-hmm. We didn't realize that when the water was hitting the rocks, it was kind of like making a whirlpool effect. We didn't see that, and this big ass wave came out of nowhere and just hit all of us. And you know how our cousins Mikey and Jimmy and it's like they're pretty big, so we had confidence that they were like hold us down. Nah, this wave just like threw us like all around. Like,
Kevin, you're the one that flew over all of us?
Yeah, Kevin
literally flew over us.
So we were all here, and then I ended up like way over here coming up.
I just remember I looked up and I see Kevin just like
I floated all the way.
Me. I was like, damn.
I went into the ocean for like a quick sec, and then my dad was already like running to get in to like save him, but I came up the other way. I'm like, I'm over here. Like, yeah, I almost died.
Dude, that was scary. It was scary.
And at the end, we're all just laughing about it.
Hey, good thing Mikey and Jimmy were there, because I think if they weren't there, we could look at what it like.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit.
We got in the
So in other words, the ocean. They
kind of held us down.
Scary. But you're saying like the ocean is pretty scarier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that was literally just in the shore.
Exactly. Imagine if you go in.
Yeah.
I guess that kind of answers our questions of what we think is scary.
Have you guys seen those videos where like those ships go through those storms in the ocean and they're like huge waves?
The Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah.
No, I mean that's one, but like there's just these huge waves that are just like and then
just waves scary. In general, just like and they're so strong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, screw that. Ocean's 100 times scarier than space.
We're coming up on an hour. I think we should wrap it up, guys.
Yeah.
We could continue this another day, but I think we should bring someone else. Yeah,
someone else to give their ideas.
Yeah.
But thank you for everyone joining us on what is scarier, the ocean or the space. You heard our opinions. I guess we hope to hear yours as well. Kevin, what finish us off?
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share with your friends and help grow the channel. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube. So I think we're also on TikTok. Don't forget to follow TikTok, and we're also on I think Apple Music as well on podcast. So yeah, don't forget to check that out. Don't forget to subscribe, and follow us on Instagram. And hopefully we'll be very consistent with our videos. So yeah, I'm very excited for other episodes.
Okay, so quick bye, guys.
All right, I'll see you later.
Crystal just standing there.